Cronbach's alpha, the solution of an old exam. This old exam, the case study question, an instructor is trying to evaluate the MBA program, and one of the constructs is to evaluate the program itself. So five 7-point Likert scale questions are being used, and these 5 questions are x1 to x5, and the answer to these questions are shown in the Excel sheet. For that, let me add a row to show the labels of these columns. For the first few columns are graduation year, batch, typo. So let's say year, batch, and in the batch we're showing the bachelor degree, then gender, and then section. So male, female, and then sector, or not section, sector, where the student used to work in. And then we're having these 5 Likert scale question, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. And I cannot go directly and calculate Cronbach's alpha for these questions to assess if they have consistency, because I need first to read the questions themselves. If I'm going to read the questions themselves, I'll find that I have 2 questions that are written in a negative sense. X1 has a positive sense, the program is comprehensive, but X2, the instructors were not competent, is negative. To understand what's happening, let's say that I did like the program, I'm a student, I did like the program is comprehensive, I will answer as strongly agree, but the instructors were not competent, I answer as entirely disagree. If I want to calculate the correlation between these two answers, it will be a negative correlation, a strong correlation, but it will have a negative sense. So for Cronbach alpha, I cannot do that. I need to switch the answers for question 2, because, and I'll assume that the question is written as the instructors are competent, so the student will answer entirely agree if he's going to answer the program is comprehensive with entirely agree. Similarly, for question 3, it is written in a negative sense. The students who graduate from other business schools are better than me. But question 4 and question 5 have a negative sense. Since we're having 5-point Likert scale, if I want to switch x2 and x3, I need to use 8 minus the value. So in my Excel sheet, I'll copy x1. For x2, I'm going to use 8 minus this value. So as you can see, 3 is currently equal to 5. 7 is currently equal to 1. Similarly for x3, I'm using 8 minus this value. And then I'm copying x4, and x5 without changing anything. Now I can calculate Cronbach's alpha for these question to check their consistency. So I'll go for data analysis, and we'll choose ANOVA 2-factor without replications. Input data, make sure that you do not select the labels. When you select the data, this is 1000 point, 1000 record, and over here I'm not checking labels. And for output range, let's write it somewhere over here and do the calculations, and these are the calculations. Make sure that you get the number 5. If you are going to select the labels, you are going to get 4 and your answers are wrong, so make sure that you get 5 over here. one of the things that you need to check, common mistake. Most important thing for us is the ANOVA table over here. In the ANOVA, important numbers are these two numbers, mean square of error and mean square of rows. Cronbach's alpha equal to 1 minus parentheses error over rows, close the parentheses, so it's 0.95, and this is how you calculate Cronbach's alpha.